So we can see a lot of spells in Poe's hand. He starts off with Pot of Prosperity. That's 3, 4, Rapid Fire, 5, 6 cards.
Surely is no stranger to how this is going to resolve.
Yep. Poe's been playing this deck for quite a long time. I believe he played it for last year's Oceanics as well, to qualify for the World Championships, and we see 5 monsters and a spell.
I think the spell is another copy of Pot of Prosperity as well. Solves that quick succession, added a Purrely to his hand, and normal summons it.
So we can see in Josh's deck list, he plays 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Ghost Ogres, 3 Effect Veilers, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. That's 12 copies of Points of Interaction. He has one of them, the Effect Veiler, for the Purrely.
Activating Stray Purrely Street there.
Purrely Street being a very powerful field spell because it protects your special summon Purrely monsters from being affected by card effects for the turn they're summoned.
Cool, and that's exactly what Purrely here is. So being able to resolve and search another Purrely card and being able to continue play them.
Poe being very calculated in his plays.
Switching for the Pearl Leap already, alright.
The Pearl Leap being able to target a Purrely XYZ monster you control, versus someone from your issue deck, Purrely XYZ monster with a different rank but using that material. But it returns to the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn. Also, you can banish from the graveyard to target up to 3 Purrely monsters in the graveyard and shuffle them into the deck. So that's a Purrely Sleepy Memory, it looks like.
Looks like it, and putting it as a material underneath the, is that Happiness?
Looks like Purrely, yeah, it does look like Purrely Happiness from this angle. And I believe he's just signaled to end his turn. Is it? No?
No, I think what's happened is already flashed back to Joshua's turn, and in the draw phase, before he gets to the standby phase, Josh has fired the Infinite Impermanence, prompting the Purrely Leap there to level up into X-Purrely Noir.
Yep, that's a... and then the Ghost Ogre as well. So Josh knows that that Purrely Leap is going to happen regardless. So he's trying to bait it on his and force it to be activated on his terms as opposed to his opponent's terms. And then the Ghost Ogre for the draw effect from Purrely Sleepy Memory. And then with the Noir is able to special summon that Lily.
Right here, and searching yet another spell. It looked like My Friend Purrely.
It's good to see that Joshua, playing 12 points of interaction, was able to draw 3 separate ones. That's a summon, I believe, of a Lady Debug.
That's correct. So it's able to add a level 3 or lower Cyberse monster from Joshua's hand to his hand. The only problem here is it's not actually a Salamangreat card, so it's not going to be able to trigger the Mirage Stelio. Oh, not the Mirage Stelio, the Gazelle. Yep.
Look, summons the Balinks, and you'll use the Balinks effect to search the field spell, but that gets met with an Ash Blossom. Call by the Grey. Wow, Joshua's opened 4 points of interaction with his opponent.
Absolutely stinging. So he's still got 2 cards in hand, one being that Gazelle there, and now he's got the field spell as well, so up to 3 cards. Oh, don't tell me he's drawn Circle as well. Yes, it is. It's Salamangreat Circle too.
Yep, so it looks like he's going to add that Salamangreat Spinny. And he'll be able to special summon it by targeting that Balinks if he wants to. Yeah, so he'll send it to the graveyard and then he'll special summon it.
Both into the Cyberse Wicked now. So, because Balinks has gone to the graveyard, he's able to special summon the Gazelle from his hand. And what this is going to do is trigger Wicked's effect, banishing the Lady Debug and allow him to search for a Cyberse tuner, which happens to be...
Salamangreat Weasel?
Weasel, yep, and for Gazelle's effect, he has sent the Jack Jaguar to the graveyard.
Yep, so plays that we've seen being made since 2019. Salamangreat Weasel is one of the newer Salamangreat cards. So if you control 2 or more Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon it. If it's Salamangreat, Fusion, Ritual, Synchro, Exploit, or Link monster special summon to the field. While it's a graveyard, you can target one other Salamangreat monster in graveyard, place it to the bottom deck, and you special summon it to your opponent's side of the field and draw a card. So this not only turns off cards like Evenly Matched, but it also allows, and Lightning Storm, it also allows you to trigger cards like your Promethean Princess that we see on the field right now.
Correct, and that's brought back
the Gazelle.
And it's going to go straight into a Link 4. Raging Phoenix.
Raging Phoenix, which in a Salamangreat deck actually has an effect, because on summon I believe it lets you... So if you use another Raging Phoenix as summoner, you get to add a Salamangreat card from your deck to your hand, but otherwise for all its other effects, it's used in the Fire King and the Snake Eye decks that we see.
Yeah, purely for its graveyard effect, and being able to come back and gaining lots of attack points there and being able to push through the game quite easily here.
So you can see how synergistic it is. You use like Weasel to special summon itself to your opponent's field, use Promethean Princess to be able to summon itself and destroy a fire monster you control, and then you can special summon that Raging Phoenix. You can see how synergistic this is.
Yep. He's using Salamangreat Field Spell here to reincarnate, Link summon his Raging Phoenix into another copy of Raging Phoenix, allowing him to search for any Salamangreat card.
Normally when you go first, you search like the trap to be able to interact with your opponent, which it looks like he's considering right now. But given that you have a battle phase, maybe you go for a more aggressive line of play. It looks like he's going for the counter trap.
Yes, indeed he does. He does add the counter trap, the Salamangreat Roar.
Yep, while you control a Salamangreat Link monster when a spell or trap or monster effect, you can negate it and destroy that card. But furthermore, when it's in the graveyard, if a Salamangreat Link monster is Link summoned, using the monster with the same name, you can set it back from the graveyard. So it's a counter trap with recursion as well.
So Jack was just returned to the field by shuffling back a Salamangreat card from the graveyard to either the extra deck or the main deck there.
Looks like he returned to Bailings, just immediately summoned it. Now he summons the Zealantis using the Raging Phoenix.
Right, using Zealantis' effect to essentially destroy everything on the field, banish it, and then bring it back in any position that Joshua decides. Now, normally in a Salamangreat deck, it's if you go down the normal play lines with Mirage Stelio, you lock yourself into only fire monsters here. But Joshua has not done this so far, so yeah, the Zealantis being a water monster is fair play.
Yep, so that's why he plays like Lady Debug as opposed to like Salamangreat or Fire, which also locks you into fire monsters. He doesn't use the Mirage Stelio to lock himself into fire, and we can see that this is the combo. Since fire monsters are destroyed, you can special summon back the Zealantis, the Promethean Princess.
Here he goes, attacking for a lot of damage here.
And looks like that's enough for game one.
Yep.
Just considering his options.
Nothing like a good shuffle of the hand to get the old brain juices going. But yeah, there we go. There's the Dimensional Fissure.
And again, we'll have the field spell. Stray Purrely Street.
Ash Blossom's activated, so he's forced to normal summon the Purrely here.
And he's going to be able to attach and then just Exceed summon.
Yeah, which one's coming out there? I think there's Happiness once again. Which is a Sleepy Memory, attaches that from the deck. And that's a quick pass.
Yep, so Purrely Happiness is able, if it battles, it can add a Purrely card from the deck to the hand, and up to thrice per turn you can attach from the Purrely quick play spells to it. And then you can also return a card, a spell trap your opponent controls to the hand.
And there we go, going to Joshua's standby phase now. He doesn't have any interaction here, allowing Poe to draw a card, then level up his Purrely into E Purrely Noir and draw a second card here.
So Josh will start with Foxy, which is effect is like part of Duality. You reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you choose a Salamangreat card from that and add it to your hand.
Ooh, and I think he's chosen one...
Salamangreat Charge, I believe that's called.
Yes. Which I believe has an effect to shuffle them from the banish zone back into the deck.
Yeah, so you target 3 of your 5 monsters that are banished or in the graveyard, shuffle 2 of the 3 into the deck, and if you do special summon the remaining monsters, but for the rest of the turn, its effects are negated and cannot attack. Or you can use the other effect where if you control a Fire, Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster, whose attack is different from its original attack, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So it's got the ability to for recursion as well as the ability to remove cards as well, get a bit of flexibility there.
Yeah, I feel that that's going to be a very important card in this matchup here if he's able to fight through the Purrely Noir.
So Purrely Noir will use its effect detaching to shuffle. So Purrely Noir, you can detach. If you have if you can detach 2 materials from it and target 1 card your opponent controls in the graveyard and place it to the bottom of the deck. And it's a quick effect if he has a level 1 Purrely monster as material. And he had the Purrely.
Yeah, that's right. And he doesn't want Joshua to be linked something at all, especially into the Bay links, because that's when everything can sort of get out of hand very quickly here. So spinning that away, no Bay links for Josh at this point, unless he's able to put another monster on the field somehow. I believe that is Salamangreat Mere.
Oh, that's not one we see all the time.
No. But the 5 cards.
So Lady Debug off to a good start. You can see it. It's like 1 spell in Poe's hand, so the monsters could be points of interaction. There is an infinite impermanence on the Lady Debug. He's going to summon the Baylings. The Baylings will use the effect to add the field spell. Salamangreat Sanctuary.
And then we'll see how far Joshua can push into this.
We'll activate Salamangreat Sanctuary at some point. Let's see what other options is available to him. If he has a spinny already. Oh, he does have a spinny already.
There you go. There's a spinny, plus 500. Spinny effect.
We'll meet the DD Crow. As we said, the DD Crow is very powerful against the Salamangreat deck. Here's a Salamangreat Mere. So Salamangreat Mere, you can discard 1 other Salamangreat card and special summon it from your hand. So you discard the Jack Jaguar, which is a card that wants to be in the graveyard. Naturally.
Josh considering his lines here. Are we going to see go for the Sunlight Wolf, or is he going to go for the Wicked like we saw him go?
He goes for another Baylings.
Baylings into Baylings.
And then he'll return the first Baylings to special summon the Jack Jaguar, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, he was able to play around the 2 points of play through the 2 points of interaction, which is great for all the extenders in the deck. So he summons Cyber's Wicked. He'll summon back the first Baylings using the Weasel. Sorry, the Mere.
Cool. And then activating the Wicked's effect to banish the Lady Debug here, which will allow him to search for a Cyber's Tuner, which again is most likely going to be Salamangreat Weasel.
Yeah, I believe that's the only Cyber's Tuner he plays in his deck. But he gets met with an Ash Blossom. So Poe had 3 points of interaction. Now those 2 will go, I believe, into Promethean Princess. Yep, summon back Baylings. But because he's already used Salamangreat Sanctuary's effect this turn, he won't be able to use Raging Phoenix to summon another Raging Phoenix.
Yeah, what's the player to do at this point?
I think he might just still go for the Raging Phoenix into Zealantis play, just to set them up all into the... Oh, he makes a Sunlight Wolf. Interesting.
Set 1 pass, which we know is the spell card?
Yeah,
the Salamangreat charge?
Yep. Again, with... if you control the Sunlight Wolf, you can choose to destroy 1 card.
It's not too bad. So it doesn't look like a lot there, but if he uses his interactions right there, it could be all he needs to pass back to his turn.
The normal summon of a Purrely. He'll allow the effect. There's a Droll and Lockbird, a Purrely.
Is that my friend Purrely?
No, Poe's going to think through his turn. It is a very reasonably simplified game, say neither player has many cards. So each of your individual are more impactful because you need them all to go through, and you need to be able to navigate through the Salamangreat charge's ability to destroy a card.
Oh, going deep in the tank here before he makes any sort of plays.
Had reasonably quick matches today, and we haven't had any matches on the feature match go into the end of match procedures.
Yeah, and especially when you get to this point where we've got like 23 minutes left in the match, like both players have like plenty of time here and can sort of relax. And, you know, just make sure they're very like precise about their plays that they're making.
So you're going to use one of the Purrely spell cards to be able to discard as Nibiru to special summon a level 1 Purrely monster from his deck.
Should be seeing a Purrely coming down. There it is.
Yep. And with Purrely special summon, you can add a Purrely card from your deck to your hand, except the quick play spell. So you can add the field spell.
Oh, yo, there's the counter trap. Okay. Yep, alright. Right then, that'll do. All it requires is a Salamangreat Link monster on the field.
Oh, sorry, the Salamangreat charge was last game. Remember, the Foxy got returned into the deck from the Purrely Noir.
True.
So this was an unknown card. Now, now Joshua doesn't have anything except a Sunlight Wolf, whereas Poe has
at this point, Poe
a number of cards in his hand.
I think he's only got one card in hand at this point. Which means that if it's a Purrely spell, then he's not going to be able to use the additional effect to summon from deck again.
Poe having a very deep think of what he wants to do.
Does overlay for Typhon there.
Yeah, Typhon is one of the more newer cards.
So yeah, what it is going to do is it is going to stop Poe from summoning anything else for the rest of this turn, but it also means that he's able to return the Sunlight Wolf without having to try and attack over it, because that's what Balings is going to be able to do and just protect it from being destroyed by battle.
Yeah, so Typhon, when your opponents special summon 2 or more monsters from their extra deck during either this turn or the previous turn, you can exceed summon it by using a monster you control the highest attack, or you only add 1 monster. And if you do, you cannot normal or special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. While the exceeds summon monsters on the field, neither player can activate the effects of monsters with 3,000 or more attack. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card and return 1 monster from the field to the hand.
So while it does end up clearing the field for Poe this turn, with the Salamangreat players like Graveyard fully loaded with card effects, I think all Josh has to do is draw 1 Salamangreat monster and then it starts all over again.
Yeah, and he definitely has a lot of Salamangreat monsters. He has Lady Debug, which gets into Salamangreat monsters. He has a Salamangreat Circle. He's having a deep think about it. And did he pass his turn immediately?
I think he did. So it must have been a hand trap or something that he... Like, yes, it was Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring.
Yep, Poe will activate. He will attack with his Typhon.
And yeah, at least Joshua lives to see another turn. So it's going to be a repeat of
Typhon having 2,900 attack.
But now it's got 2 materials. He's able to summon Zeus.
Yep, Zeus can only be summoned when you've attacked with a Xyz monster.
So even though I think it's a Lady...
Foxy.
Salamangreat Foxy, but I don't think it's going to matter unless he hits the Gazelle here.
Doesn't he? I believe he misses.
I believe he does. So at any point now, Poe is just able to activate the effect of Zeus, removing all cards off Joshua's side of the field.
He's going to link off into Balings. Now, as you said, all the Salamangreat monsters in the graveyard are able to summon themselves, but Poe at any time is able to clear the field using the Zeus by detaching 2 materials.
Like, Poe would be feeling very good if he's able to start the next turn with my friend Purrely still on the field. So I feel like Josh is just going to sit there and like just try and see and get him to activate that effect. So Poe he passes back to Poe being on top deck plus the Zeus with no materials. But no, he says that's fine. Bailing Summoner's fine.
Oh, he's really calculating it, what the possible game states could be. At what point is the optimal point to use the effect of his Zeus? He just chooses to use it now, sending every other card, including his my friend Purrely. Yep. And now they're both in the same position where they have to draw and hopefully get a proactive play. So we're not sure what Poe drew. We can see that Josh is sweating.
Yeah, I think he's out of Balances now as well. So even if he does top deck a...
I can't see what that is, but
yeah,
it looks
there you
like
go.